Welcome to Attack of the Poison Outputs, Episode 8. In this episode, we're going to be talking about P2Pool and a situation that arose unintentionally where P2Pool was hurting the anonymity of ring signatures. Now, P2Pool is amazing. If you have an interest in mining, I highly encourage you to join P2Pool. So I'm not saying they're not giga-based. Okay, they're awesome. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in mining, to check out P2Pool. But yeah, we're gonna go to the time period of late 2022, early 2023. So I have a ring signature from this time period, and just by looking at this, I can tell which ring members are decoys. So I want you to try to figure that out. Now, the hint is that they have to be block rewards, right? So there are 5 block rewards that we see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, these 3 and this one have significantly more outputs than this one, which only has 1, right? Now, this is a regular block reward, either going to a centralized mining pool or a solo miner. This is how block rewards usually look on the network. So if I click on this, you'll see that this says 0.6 XMR being sent to this stealth address. So yeah, in this situation, there's only one stealth address, right? So we know this entire amount is going to that stealth address. And yes, the amount is visible on the block explorer. When it is a Coinbase, the amount is visible, and you can actually count all of these up in your Monero node to verify how much Monero is in existence. Now, going back here, though, if we look at one of these P2Pool transactions, you'll see that there are many different stealth addresses, right? These are all different P2Pool miners. But look at the amounts. They're extremely tiny, right? 0.002 XMR and around that amount, right? So the problem here is that it's very, very unlikely that somebody would be sending, an amount that low, right? That's less than a cent. And so because of that, we can remove these with a very, very high degree of confidence, because you wouldn't be sending that amount, right? And so this is why it's bad, because this ring signature that was 16 members in size is now only 12 members in size. So I've pulled up the network upgrade that was announced on Reddit, and yet again, Rucknium is behind the scenes doing good work. And yeah, this is pretty interesting. He says that up to 15% of outputs on the chain are from P2Pool, and because of that, it reduced the ring size for everyone to 12 to 13 decoys instead of 16. Additionally, there are lots of small payouts to miners when they're mining. So like 0.0026, he says, which is not a lot at all. And what's going to be high fees to consolidate these payouts, and even more bloat on the blockchain. So it's one of those things where if P2Pool kept exponentially growing, it actually would have been really, really bad. So to fix this, they changed the window for the PPLNS, which is the way they do the payouts. So it's payout per payout per. I can't remember what. It doesn't matter. It basically, what it means is it's paying out per share, and originally it was 6 hours of time, and they reduced it to 50 minutes. So there's less time, meaning less Monero is, or less people are getting shares, so there's more shares to go around. Something like that. I'll show you on the Block Explorer. This is out of my purview, and it's very complicated for me. But you get the idea. It was fixed, and now there's bigger amounts of Monero going to a smaller amount of people. There you go. That's what I meant. So let me pull up the P2Pool blocks here. So these are blocks that have been found. So I can click on this one, and we'll click on the block reward. And yeah, we can see now we only have 27 outputs, and the amounts here are larger. I mean, they're not like huge, but like, 0.02, 0.001. Yeah, but they're definitely much better than they were before, right? And there's less outputs. So this is much better overall, right? Now, something else that's really interesting about P2Pool is because it's open source, you can actually search by miner address. And this is definitely something that's concerning, because if you consolidate a lot of your rewards that you get, you're going to be flagged by KYC, right? Well, actually, this is really cool, and I didn't even know this until I was filming. They actually have a tool built on this website where you can actually see if you show up as a recently likely sweep. So this is like a chain analysis tool that's open source, and you can actually see it. So for example, let's click on this one here. And you can see here, it shows the highlighted decoy going down and the owner of the address it's associated with. How cool is that? So this is basically like the co-spends that we went over, but it's visualized. And you have to understand that, chain analysis, they have tools like this. So this individual here, they had 116 inputs, and each one of them was linked to this address here, this 468DY. And we can click on this and we can see all of his recent shares that he's had. If you were to send this to a KYC exchange instead of consolidating it yourself, the KYC exchange, colluding with chain analysis, that chain analysis company is probably looking at all the outputs on P2Pool. In fact, they may even be looking at this tool. And when they receive, that transaction, so if I go back to this, transaction, this is going to pop up and they're going to say, oh, the guy who sent this to the KYC exchange, they must be a miner. And we know that. And now that we know his mining address, we can click on it and watch him, right? We can see how much he's mining. And if he uses that address regularly, he can dox himself in other ways too, right? So, for example, if we're just lurking here, we're not even KYC, and we know his address, we know he's a miner, and he then, has like, a social media page, and he puts this wallet address, we're going to say, oh, hey, we know that you're a miner, right? So if you do use P2Pool, be mindful of the consolidation. So I recommend just sweeping it all together like this, and then just waiting, and then maybe churning it once more, and I think you'll be fine. But just be mindful of also having your own wallet address for P2Pool. Don't mix it in with your hot wallet, and definitely don't mix it in with your cold storage wallet, right? Well, that's the end of the episode. If you like the content, feel free to donate. And as always, have a nice day.